Morning everyone, welcome to today's class. I hope you're having a nice week. It looks a little bit duller today, so not sure if we'll get very much sunshine, but hopefully it will stay dry for all of us. Let's get started. So we'll go straight into our breathing. So we'll be laying on your back, with your knees bent, feet on the floor, in your neutral position. So you have a curve underneath your lower back. And just rest those arms down beside you. We're going to be taking nice deep breaths in through the nose, out through a pursed lip. Breathing in and out. So we want to make sure those hips are nice and level. So imagine that you've got a torch on each hip bone and they're shining up parallel to one another onto the ceiling. Keeping relaxed in the upper body, shoulders away from the ears, chest is nice and open. Keeping the weight evenly placed through your feet. So big toe, little toe and heel. Just keeping that tummy nice and tightened. From here, as you breathe out, we're going to tuck the pelvis under, so you're flattening your lower back into your mat. Take a deep breath in to stay. Exhale to release out to neutral. Tucking under to flatten. Holding there. Releasing out. So as you tuck under, you're trying to get a nice flat back position. You're using your pelvis, your tummy muscles to move. Try and avoid squeezing that bottom if you can. On this next one, we're holding our flat back. So that nice flat back position, staying in that position, we're going to start to tighten in the pelvic floor. So as you breathe out, you're tightening all the way in with your pelvic floor. Inhale to release. Exhale to tighten. Inhale to release. And as you're tightening, you should feel as though your tummy muscles are working harder and that your back is slightly flatter into the floor. We're going to half this contraction. So 50% tightening in the pelvic floor as you exhale. Inhale to release. So thinking shoulders away from the ears, chest is nice and open. And if you are feeling tense, you're just turning those palms up towards the ceiling. You're pulling your tummy all the way down towards your spine. And keeping the weight even through your feet. So big toe, little toe, and heel. We're halving one last time, so 20 to 25% tightening. This should feel like a very gentle lifting, something that you could sustain without any exercise if you needed to. It's just working in the background. So your flat back position should feel nice and strong. Using your tummy muscles and your pelvic floor to help you to stay there. From here, we're going to bring both legs up into tabletop. So you're going to lift your feet off of the floor and bring your knees sit there above your hips. And we're going into toe taps. You're tapping one toe down, lifting back up, swapping sides, tapping down and lift. Tapping down and lift. So we're keeping a nice flat back position. Tummy and pelvic floor are tightened. Your head is relaxed down on the floor. Nice deep breaths. Make sure those shoulders are away from the ears. You've got two more on each side. Tapping down and lift. Tap down and lift. Last one each side, tapping down and lift, tapping down and lift. From there, hug both knees in towards your chest. And then when you're ready, we're going on to our hands and knees. So we're going to bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Knees are underneath your hips. Tummy's already nice and tightened. As you breathe out, you're tucking the pelvis under. So we start to curve through the back. Arching the spine. Dropping the head. We hold. Releasing out through the spine. Piece by piece. The head lifts. Tucking under to curve. Arching the back. Dropping the head. We hold. Releasing out through the spine. Lifting the head. So we want to get lots of movement through the back. So you're working into each section of your spine, piece by piece. So if you do have any areas that are feeling stiff or sore, we're just slowing them down. Taking your time to move through each section, piece by piece. So as we're curving our back, think of pulling the tummy all the way in. As you release to your start position, get the shoulders away from the ears. Let's take 2 more here, tucking under to curve. Arching the back, dropping the head. We hold. Releasing out through the spine, piece by piece. Bring that head back up. We've got 1 more here. Tucking under to curve. Arching the back. Dropping the head. Holding. Releasing out. Piece by piece. Lifting up. From here we're going into a shelf stretch. So you're pushing your bottom to your feet and you're reaching those arms out in front. From there we're going to go onto our sides. So legs are bent. You're resting yourself down. You can use a cushion under your head if you need to. Your arms are nice and long, palm to palm. Get them shot in line with your shoulders here. So from here we're going to lift the top arm up so your fingertips point to the ceiling. Take your head with you as you start to twist away from your body to the opposite wall. Holding here to stretch before lifting up and over. Back to your start position. The top arm lifts, fingertips to the ceiling. Take the head with you, twisting away. We hold before lifting back up and over. Coming down palm to palm. So we're keeping those legs glued together and nice and grounded. So I'll make sure that your twist is coming through the waist. Get the arm nice and long. You're reaching from the fingertips all the way into your armpits. Nice deep breaths. Looking at that hand for as long as you can. So you're keeping a good range of movement here. Let's take 2 more here, lifting up, fingertips to the ceiling. Take the head with you, twisting away. We hold before lifting up and over to come down palm to palm. Last one, lifting up. Taking the head with you, twisting away. We hold before coming up and over, back down palm to palm. From here we're swapping sides. Same position, so the knees are bent, legs on top of one another. Resting the head down, bring the arms out nice and long, palm to palm. The top arm lifts, fingertips point to the ceiling. Taking the head with you, twisting away. We hold before lifting up and over, coming back down palm to palm. The top arm lifts, fingertips point to the ceiling. Take taking the head with you, twisting away. We hold, we lift back up and over, coming down palm to palm. So remember to keep those legs glued together. They stay nice and grounded. Making sure the twist comes through the waist. The arm stays nice and long. Reaching from the fingertips all the way into your armpit. Keep looking at that hand for as long as you can, to maintain that good range of movement on both sides of the head. Nice deep breaths. We've got 2 more here. Taking the head with you, twisting away. We hold, lifting up and over to come down palm to palm. Last one, we're lifting up. Taking the head with you, twisting away. We hold before lifting up and over to come down palm to palm. From there you can roll onto your back and take a full body stretch. Grabbing yourself a drink if you need one. We are going to stay on our backs for the next exercise. You'll be in a neutral position with the knees bent, feet on the floor. So as you're laying down, you want to have that curve underneath your lower back, arms resting down beside you. So we're going to take a nice deep breath in and nod the head, chin to chest. Exhale, you're going to lift your shoulders from the floor, reaching the arms nice and long. Take a deep breath in to stay. Exhale to control back down. Chin to chest. Lifting the shoulders, reaching the arms. We hold. Control back down. So you're using your tummy muscles to lift you, pulling the belly button all the way in. This chin to chest position is to keep the neck nice and relaxed, so big nod of the head. Then you're lifting using that tummy. So think chin to chest, tighten to lift. Try and engage through the pelvic floor. Nice deep breaths. We've got 2 more here, then we'll change the arms. Chin to chest. Lifting up, we hold. Control back down again, chin to chest. Lifting up, we hold. Controlling down. So we're still going to stay in the same position through the body. We're going chin to chest. We're lifting up. From here, you're taking one arm over to the opposite knee to come across the body. Come back to the center and then down onto the floor. So you're going chin to chest, lifting up, reaching across and center down to the floor. If you need to support the head here, you can. Hands are behind your head. Again, chin to chest and lift. Take one arm away as you reach over, back to the center and down. Chin to chest, lifting up, reach over. So you need to make sure that arm is nice and long as it's reaching towards the opposite knee. If you are supporting the head, still take that nodded position to get the neck nice and relaxed. Remember to use the tummy, use the pelvic floor. 2 more on each side, chin to chest, lifting up, reaching over, center and down, chin to chest, lifting up, we're reaching over, center and down. So the last one on each side, chin to chest, we lift, reaching over, center and down. Last one, chin to chest, lift, reaching over, center and down. From here you can hug those knees in towards your chest, and then when you're ready, we're coming up onto our knees. Grab yourself a drink if you need one. So we're going to be in a knelt position. If your knees are uncomfortable in this position, then you can lay down on your front, take those hands a mat width apart and in line with the ears. Get those knees nice and close together. Good, and your arms are resting down. Just take a slight nod of the head so that you know your neck is nice and relaxed. From here, keeping the tummy nice and tightened the whole time, you're going to breathe in to take a slight lean back. Exhale, squeeze the bottom, push yourself back up. Breathing in, we lean back. Exhale, lifting up, leaning away. Squeeze and lift. The tummy stays tightened the whole time, but as you lift, you're driving forwards while you squeeze those glutes. Make sure the shoulders are relaxed. Remember, you've got that slight chin to chest position, just to avoid you from dropping the head back. Deep breaths. Got 2 more here, breathing in. Squeeze, breathe out. Last one, leaning back, driving forwards. From there we come back into a shell stretch, so bottom to the feet, reaching those arms out in front. Then we're going to be doing the 100, so we're going onto our back. Grab yourself a drink. So you're laying flat on your back with that nice tucked under position. So I'll talk you through what we're doing and then we'll go all together. So from here you're going to be lifting those legs up and lengthening them as much as you can. So lifted and then you're making them long. It doesn't matter if you still need to keep some bend through your knees. It's the longest position that you can maintain lifted throughout. Try and get it longer than tabletop if you can. From there, if your neck is sore, leave your head resting down. If not, you're going to nod the head and lift the shoulders. Arms will be long and your palms will face the ceiling. So you'll be pushing your arms, pushing your palms up towards the ceiling for your 100 repetitions. It's still 5 as you breathe in, 5 as you breathe out. Imagine you're pushing against some kind of resistance, like through water or something like that. So it will look like this. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. From there, both hands will be behind your head. And we're coming into sit-ups. We're doing 2 sets of 8, sitting up and down, up and down, nice and controlled. Once we finish there, the head rests back on the floor. Arms are going to be resting down beside you. Your legs stay long and they're going into crisscrosses. So your legs are going to crisscross for 2 sets of 8, as long as you can maintain. If they're still fairly bent, you're crisscrossing the lower leg. Okay, exactly the same thing. I'll talk you through everything and we'll go all together. So make sure you've got that nice flat back position. If you're lifting up, we're going chin to chest. Lifting those shoulders, the legs are up, they're lengthened as much as you possibly can. Arms are long, palms facing the ceiling. And we inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tummy in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pelvic floor, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Halfway, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tummy in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 more, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Staying here, take your hands behind your head. Your legs should still be lifted and long. We're going into sit-ups for 8, 7, 6, breathe, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 8 more, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, tummies in, 3, 2, 1. Rest your head down, arms rest down beside you. Keep those legs nice and long and we crisscross for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last set, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relaxing there, take a full body stretch. And then bring yourself up to sitting. Grab a drink if you need one. Good. Okay, from here, we're going to take one leg out nice and long, and the other leg is bent with the foot touching the floor. So we're going to be doing our walks forwards. We're working on stretching the back of the leg whilst we're doing through our lower back and our arms. If this position is quite uncomfortable with your leg further forwards, you can take it out onto the side. Let me turn and face you so you can see what I'm doing. So you can either be here with the leg facing forward, so it's like a right angle to your hips, or you can take the leg out a little bit wider, and some of you might find that comfortable. I'm going to be using the wide option, but if you want to use the straight out in front of you, then absolutely you can. And this front leg that's tucked in can be quite open as well if you suffer from knee pain when it's too bent in. So from here, we're taking the hands on the floor. We start to walk those hands forwards. Just as far as you can go and drop the head. You might find that you're not able to walk as far forward as usual because you're feeling that stretch in the back of the long leg. Holding here, dropping that head. Nice deep breaths, breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Nice deep breath in. And we walk the hands forwards as we breathe out. Again, keeping the head dropped, Nice deep breaths in and out. So remember, you're concentrating on filling all of the lungs, all the way into your tummy. So you shouldn't be shallow breathing here. It should take you a long time to get through a full breath in and a full breath out. Breathing in. As you breathe out, walk those hands forwards. Just holding here, really feel the stretch in the back of this leg that's long. Dropping that head. Last one, nice deep breath in. And out. Walk those hands in. Sit yourself back up. If you're feeling a little dizzy from that, just take a moment, grab a drink. We're then going to swap sides. So bringing one leg in. The other leg is either reaching out long on a diagonal to your body, or it's straight out in front, so you've got a right angle between your leg and your hips. Up to you which one you decide to choose. From here, we start to walk ourselves forwards, dropping that head. You should feel that stretch in the back of the leg. Doesn't matter if your movement is smaller on this side. Taking nice deep breaths in and out. Nice deep breath in. Exhale, walk the hands forward. Breathing in. And out. Breathing in. And out. Last one, breathing in, creeping forward. So really dropping that head here, feeling that stretch, filling up through those lungs. Feeling that rise and fall of your body. Start to walk those hands in, sitting yourself up nice and tall. From here, bring our legs in crossed, however's comfortable for you, whichever leg you prefer to have in front, and that can be quite a closed or open position. So we're going to do our twists through the body. We're going to have both arms nice and long. So when we're doing this one, it's really important to remember to keep your arms in the same position. So they're in like a really wide V shape. And you just want to make sure that as you're twisting, you're not letting the arms move around. They stay in as much of that shape as you can maintain. So to make sure that you're sitting up really tall, you can sit on a block or a towel or something if you need to here. Arms are in that wide V position so that if you wiggle your fingers, you can see them in your peripheral vision. So you're going to look at the hand that's travelling towards the corner as you twist. So we're going twist, twist and centre. Twist, twist and centre. So you're thinking about going a little bit further. Each time you twist, that second one is a little pulse and centre. Breathe, twist, pulse, centre. So it's not a static movement. Sometimes I get people that are like twist, stop, twist. Think of the second twist like a rebound. It's like one movement, just trying to get that little extra twist before you have to come back to the centre. Get those shoulders away from the ears. Two more on each side. Twist, twist, centre. Twist, twist, centre. One more each side. Twist, twist, centre, twist, twist, centre. Relaxing those arms. We'll just come into a little stretch. So soles of the feet together, knees are really wide, hips are open. We're just leaning forwards over those legs. It's really cold in here today. I'm wearing about 4 layers. If you want to increase that stretch, knees into, elbows into your legs and pull yourself forwards. From there, you're going to go onto your backs. Grab yourself a drink if you need one. So you're going to be laying on your back nice and flat, tucked under so there's no gap underneath your lower spine. From there, you're going to bring both of your legs up into a long position. So you're lifted and lengthened, the same as you had for the 100. So it doesn't matter here if you have those knees slightly bent. It's the longest position that you can maintain. You're then going to reach your arms up towards the ceiling as well. As you breathe out, you're going to look towards your knees or lower as you lift your shoulders from the floor, reaching your arms up towards the ceiling. Inhale to come back down. Exhale to lift. Inhale down. So it doesn't matter if there's a bend through those knees, but you're trying to keep the arms as long as you possibly can. Reaching up and down. Reaching up and down. If you need to support the head, then you can. Hands are behind the head. You're still taking that chin to chest position as you lift, but one arm reaches up through the centre and you're coming back down. Reaching up and down. Nice deep breaths. Keeping that flat back. So your tummy and your pelvic floor should be working really hard to keep that flattened position. We've got 2 more here. Lifting up, reach those arms. Inhale down, last one, we're lifting up. Inhale down. From there, hug those knees into your chest. We're staying on our back in our flattened position, so again, nice and tucked under. Bring your legs back up to that lengthened position. You can add bend in here if you're feeling a little bit tired, if you need to relax through the knees. Again, your arms are reaching up to the ceiling. So as you breathe out, you're still going to look from the knees down, but this time as you lift, you're reaching to the outside of one leg. Try to keep your hands quite close to that leg if you can. Inhale to come back down. Swapping sides, lifting up, reaching over. Inhale down, lifting up and over. And down, reaching over. And down. So again, you can support the head. You just take one arm across as the other one supports behind. Still having that chin to chest position. Tummy pulled down. Tightening in the pelvic floor. Remember to breathe. Two more on each side, reaching over and centre. Reaching over and centre. Last one each side, reaching over and centre. Reaching over and centre. Relaxing there. Take a nice full body stretch. Then you can bring yourself up to sitting. Grab a drink if you need one. Okay, so We're going to do some work on the arms. So from here, I'm going to be in a knelt position. If you would prefer to be seated or standing, then you can. If you want to do this with some extra weight, then grab your weights or your tins of baked beans or whatever you've got to hand. So we're going to start off with our normal little arm routine. So we're going to be coming forwards, circling, backwards, circling, pushing up, pushing down, pushing forwards, pushing back. And we're going to do 8 of each, resting down, 8 of each. We're then going to be doing our lifting up and down across 8. We're then going to add in lifting the arms up slowly in front, pausing at shoulder height, then lifting them further up, pausing, down and down, lifting up, pausing, and then we're going to do crisscrosses here for 8, lifting up, back, crisscross and down. I will try and remember that so that you can remember, but I'll talk you through everything that we're doing. So hopefully by the end of it your arms will really burn. That's what we want. Bring those arms up nice and long. Remember, you're not letting the elbows droop, they stay long and reaching. Keep the tummy really tightened. We're circling for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pushing up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Forwards for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring those arms down. Here we go again. Circling for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Forwards 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax down. Okay, from here we've got those slow lifts. We're coming up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Little rest here. Ready to go again. Lift for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So with these forwards lifts, you're coming up to shoulder height for 8, so it's slow, holding for 8, lift up for 8, down, hold, down. Have a slight rest, then when we do it again, you're going to add in 8 crisscrosses. My arms are already burning, so let's hope we get through it. Okay, so really slow, especially if you've got those weights or tins. Lifting for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Adding in the crisscrosses instead of a hold. Up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Crisscross for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Crisscross 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Crisscross 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Give those arms a shake out. Bringing one arm across your body, holding either on the top of your arm or on your lower arm, but not on your elbow. Just think about pulling it across. You can use your arm if that's easier to lever. Just holding that stretch. From there, the same arm comes behind your head. Your hand pulls the arm down. Try and keep that chest lifted so don't drop. Swapping sides, bring the arm across. So either on the upper arm or the lower arm, pulling it across. Same arm that's long there is coming up and over, pulling the arm down. Keep that chest lifted. And relaxing there, give those arms a nice shake out. From here we're going to be on our hands and knees, but grab yourself a drink if you need one. Okay, so we're coming on to the hands and the knees. Taking the hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Those toes are nice and tucked under. Remember, you can come onto your forearms here, especially if your arms are feeling really weak and wobbly after all those previous arm exercises. It's completely up to you which one you choose. So what we're going to be doing is, as you breathe out, you're going to pull your tummy all the way in. As you press into the hands and the feet, those knees are going to lift up from the floor just an inch or so. Inhale back down. Exhale to lift. Inhale down. Lifting up. Inhale down. And down. So if you are on your forearms, you just slightly lower to the ground as you lift up and down. Lifting up and down. Make sure if you're on your forearms, you're looking straight down to your mat. Don't look up or drop the head. If you're on long arms, you're looking just past those fingertips towards the end of your mat. Again, not looking up, not dropping down. 4 more here. We're lifting up and down. Lifting up and down. Last two, we're lifting up and down. Lifting up and down. Relaxing there to roll through those wrists. And then we're going to be going into our side planks. Again, grab a drink if you need one. So we're going to add a little bit extra onto our planks today. I had a few people message me after I said about whether you wanted some tips on how to make the side plank harder. And one of them I just felt was too difficult to explain, so we're going to do it today. You'll have loads of fun, don't worry. So I'll talk you through your options and then we'll get started. So if you've never done side planks before or you're not very confident with them, then we're going to be on our sides with the knees bent and the lower leg tucked behind you. We're on our forearms, which all of us will be, and the main principle of a side plank is to drive your hips up as high as you can. So it doesn't matter if your lift isn't very high from the floor because you're lifting as high as you can, and we can build on that, and that's fine. Your top arm should be on your hip, but you can place it down for support if you need to. So if you are on bent legs, you're pressing into your lower leg and into your forearm to drive those hips up. And that's your position, coming back down. Driving up and back down. The next level up is to take one leg out nice and long with either the sole of the foot down or just the side of the foot. Again, pressing into that lower leg of the underneath and the foot that's nice and long. You're pushing yourself up. Again, driving the hips high and down. The third option is to take both legs long with one sole of the top foot. The top leg, the sole of the foot is on the floor. Again, driving those hips up high, which I'm not going to demonstrate. If we want to make that a little bit more difficult, we're going to do something called thread the needle. Some of you might have done this with me before, either in Pilates or fitness classes. So you can do it on any of the variations. So you're going to still drive those hips up, but what you then do is lift the arm. You're going to take the arm through the gap, so you twist down and back up. Through and down. Through and up. So if you want to add the thread the needle in, take one long side plank and add as many threading of the needles that you can manage before you need to come back down. If you're not adding that in, you're just going to lift and lower down in any of those variations. So you can do it with both legs bent, one leg straight, both legs straight. You can add that threading in if you want to. So choose the one you want to do. If you're lifting straight up and coming down again, just hold for a breath. So we're going to be lifting ourselves up. If you're threading the needle, lift the arm. You're going to tuck the arm through the gap from where you've lifted, twisting your body, coming back up. We thread and lift. So you're just doing as many as you can. If that's one, that's fine. Do one and come down. When you need to, you just come back down. Taking a little break. Whenever you're ready, we're lifting back up. Ready to add in that threading if you want to. So remember to breathe. You shouldn't be holding your breath here. And at any point you can take the thread out and just go back to a normal side plank. Have a rest. If you've tried a few and it's hard, then that's great. You've done some and you can go back to your normal side plank. So just do a few more here. Lifting up, if you can, adding in that thread. Hopefully some of you can manage to hold it. It is hard on that arm that's supporting you. We're going to relax there. And then we need to switch sides. So again, find that position that works for you. So the legs bent, one leg or both legs long. Remember, we're on the forearms. You're driving those hips up high as you can. That feels like it's still quite low. It doesn't matter. It's about where you can lift to, not about anybody else. So from here, lifting yourself up. If you can, if you want to, Bring the arm up, ready to thread. And lift. Thread. And lift. So just for as long as you can hold that plank, your arm or your leg is starting to feel weak, just bring yourself back down. Taking a moment before you're ready to go again. Using your tummy, try and keep those hips at the same height if you can. Don't forget to breathe, that's really important. So just as many as you can. Like I said, if that's just one, that's fine, that doesn't matter. We're going to build on that, building up our strength. Let's relax down there. You can roll onto your back and take a full body stretch. Grabbing yourself a drink if you need one. Good, we're going to come into a stretch. So for today's stretch, you're going to take one foot in front of you. You want the knee to be over the top of the heel. The other leg, I want you to tuck the toes under and lift up. So this stretch, you can be quite high here if you need to. If you're really flexible, you can have that hand down to support you. Hold on to something like a wall if you need to, and just take that stretch. So if you need to push your weight into your body, push it into the front knee, or not on the knee, but on the leg. Just take some breaths here. From here, I want you to put your back knee on the floor, your hands down the mat, and you're going to lift the back knee up. Lift the back foot up, sorry. If you're feeling really flexible and you do not cramp up, you can take one arm behind and try and grab hold of that foot. If you know you suffer from cramp, don't do this because you will get cramp and it will be really horrible. Release that foot and relax there. So these stretches today we're not holding for very long because they're quite uncomfortable, and if you get cramp in these positions, it's really horrible. So don't think that I'm just skimming over them, there is a reason. So the other side, step one foot forwards, and tuck the toes under of your back leg, bring yourself up into that high position. You might find that you balance on one side better than the other. So it doesn't matter if you feel wobbly and you need to be by a chair or a wall. Pushing into that front thigh. Nice deep breaths. Drop that back knee. Put one hand down if you can. Lift that back leg. So already you should feel that down the thigh of the leg you've lifted. And then obviously if you can, I can't on this side reach that toe. You can just reach back for it. It will increase that feeling in the thigh. If you're going to cramp up, don't do it. It's horrible, I promise you. Relaxing there. Bring yourself up to kneeling or standing. Just take a moment to control that breath. And we're going to roll those shoulders back. And forwards. Taking the arms out to the side, we're lifting all the way up. We're stretching over. Back to the centre, lifting up. Stretching over. One more time on each side, lifting up and over. Lifting up and over. And relaxing there. That's the end of your class for today. Thank you so much for joining me today, and those of you that have joined in throughout the whole week or for other sessions. I really appreciate you joining me. Even though the classes are starting to change quite a lot at the moment, it's really nice to have so many familiar and new faces joining in, keeping active, especially while we've got this cloudy weather. Try and get outside and go for a walk or something if you can, because I promise you it will make you feel 100 times better, especially if you are cooped up inside all day. I hope to see lots of you tomorrow. Remember, if you have any questions that you want to ask me about stretches, exercises, arms, legs, anything, drop them below or drop me a private message and I'll help you out as best I can, either talking you through something or trying to add it into the session tomorrow or next week or something. So please don't hesitate to contact me if you do have any queries. I hope to see all of you really soon. Take care. Bye bye.